So here we go into game 4. Any variation in the ban. So the Camille is banned and the Ziggs, that's fine. They didn't ban away the Rise though this time. So I think they're planning on just B1 in Rise, but then maybe they give Azir over. I don't know if Showmaker can play Azir. Aurelia ban, I mean, I think that's kind of a waste unless Canna plays it. Not too sure if that's in his champ pool. We get the Jace come out. Obviously, Jace has been left open, so... No, there we go. I think even with the Jace open, getting that B1 Rise to take it away from down 1 is super important. But now it's not banned, so down 1 are going to take the Jace away. But what else are they going to go for? That's the interesting thing. Maybe they go with like Jace Ashe here and just play for the Jace as much as possible, and that's how they win. That's how they've won these previous games anyway. They've just focused Canna out as much as they can, and they've just won off it. So yeah, we see the Jace come out. The Trundle, again, it can be flexed, so it's good to go early into the draft, because, you know, if you can flex it into support as well, that denies them the ability to go Leona now without getting countered. Oh, Nidalee. The Viego is still open though, so... But Trundle does count Viego now. Viego was just busted on this patch though, so I don't think it really matters how much Trundle counters him, since, you know, we can just avoid him and play for the big kind of team fights where he gets his resets off. So from maybe we see something like maybe we see actually Camille's banned, so maybe we just see like an Ashe come in here just to deny it away from Ghosts, or I think DK might just take it. We could also see maybe something like Nah come out. Oh, okay, Gragas. I'm not sure if where this is going to be. This can go top, support, or jungle, or mid. Like, actually no, they got Rise, so, and they've got Viego, so it's either going to be a top or support, but it is a flex, so it's not guaranteed where it'll go yet. We see the Ashe come out for the side of down 1. It's one of Ghost's favourite picks, and it's also broken. It's a very, very strong pick. Ashe is completely busted right now. She has been for a long while. The additional damage that she gets out of her passive, and the fact that she's got self-peel slash CC tools is really good. So now we'll probably see DK ban out. I mean, are they going to ban Callista here? Maybe they ban Callista, or Varus is also a very viable option. They get rid of the TF to kind of try and pinch Showmaker's champ pool, to be honest. Yeah, we see the Callista ban come out here. I do think Varus is still available for T1 though. Aphelios is just permaban because he's just completely broken, but I think the Varus is gonna be a pick, so Thresh is fine. I mean, I would have quite liked to see the Braum come in here just for the Ashe Braum instead of the Thresh. I don't really think you need Thresh there. Oh, are they gonna go with LeBlanc instead? LeBlanc Trundle is a massive 2v2, and that also denies it. I mean, they've got Rise. I don't think they're gonna put him top. Hey, how's it going, G? How you doing, man? Played my first game in a while, everyone, but the enemy mid laner was nice. I'm so rusty. I mean, you'll always be rusty. If you stop playing for a long enough time period, you'll become rusty no matter what. So we do see the Varus come out for the side of T1, actually, like we predicted, and we see the Braum there too. On the side of Damwon, I think they probably just go with... So Leona's banned, so... this kind of sucks because they were looking for Braum, but they just gave it over to T1 for no good reason, and now Leona's banned. Trundle's picked. Maybe they take a good jungler here and just put Trundle bot into the Braum. Seraphine, okay. Seraphine is broken. Seraphine Ashe is an amazing lane. Like, it's so good, it's so easy. Caught a cold and called in sick at the... Oh no, man, that sucks. At least it's not COVID though. Time to play Tank Shaker and ranked. Are you sure you want to do that, buddy? Are you sure? Like... So, could potentially be the final game, because I mean, I do really like Dan 1's draft here. Now obviously they didn't manage to get the Rise, and they do have Rise, Viego and Varus, who was busted during this time. I don't know how good GUI UC is on Varus. I made it sound like it was just in general. I just don't know how good he is doing this. I know how good he is, he's insane. Let's skip. Like, this is the power of YouTube, right? Like, we can just go like this. Yeah, Spellbook's good. Oh, so we don't actually see, so Carrier hasn't run Spellbook Brome all this game. Or was it Beryl that was running it? I'm sure it was Carrier. Yeah, it was Carrier. It was Carrier. I thought it was Beryl for a second. Brain releases dopamine. True, he's into Viego, which is a good matchup for Trundle. Okay, so Faker already trying to go aggressive. He pops a potion. We do see his runes here, Time Warp Tonic, so he's allowed to do this. So, again, Gragas with... Oh, God, Gragas with Scorch. Please stop. Please stop going Scorch. Yeah, Faker's nuts. He's also got Phase Rush too, so he can run it down. In terms of runes, I mean... everything's kind of standard, to be honest. There's no real... I mean, I hate wall walking though. I hate wall walking. We'll still go. We'll still go. Good choice by Viego to go into Tenacity instead of attack speed here though. Especially considering he's got so much CC on the enemy team. So, Carrier is 8 for 1 on Brome. Our first pick on the Gragas. I mean, Gragas top is incredibly strong. I'm not entirely sure how the Gragas Jace matchup goes, but I'm pretty sure it's very favoured for the Gragas, since if Jace tries to jump in and do his kind of gap closer, Gragas just instantly eats him and cancels it. So we do see Faker kind of being aggressive here. Now the Ryze LeBlanc matchup is actually kind of good for Ryze, because what you can do is you can kind of, instead of worrying about Eing the LeBlanc as she W's in, you can position in a way that you E the minion that LeBlanc is near, and then the mark will always spread to her, so then you get the W down on her guaranteed, and then you can kind of just run her down with that. Wouldn't Sion also be good? Jace here, or I mean, Gragas is better. Gragas is one of the best kind of anti-engaged top laners, and he's ridiculously broken. I think Gragas is a really good top laner. Problem with Sion is, what lane are you playing around if you go Sion? This Viego is going to look to try and impact top lane right here off his full clear. But if you've got a Sion in top lane, you need to change your ADC matchup. And Varus is pretty good into Ashe as soon as you get your serrated Dirk. So you play safe till Dirk, and then you just look to poke out as hard as you can. That's why you can see both of them have started Longsword. Ashe is going to turn that into a Vampiric or a Noon Quiver, and the Vlad is going to turn it into a Dirk. And we can see here already, one is trying to get a kind of aggression on top lane, and Khan's just kind of running kind of down a little bit. He is sticking outside of vision range, but as we can see here, Khan has no mana. He's going to have to flash the W. Yeah, so now we've got no flash on the side of top. So as we can see, T1 actually playing this comp very, very well. We have a Varus Braum bot lane, so you don't really need to ever go to that lane, especially before Varus has level 6 anyway. Like, at 6 you can go and just 4 mana, but early into the game, that's not what you want to do. So now we can actually see Canyon is coming around for top pressure. It's really not going to do that much though, because right now this wave is just going to kind of end up not freezing, but it's going to turn into a slow push now. So Gragas with his Q again, stop the reset. This is good for Gragas because now Khan can't really reset. He's got no mana, so Gragas is actually completely safe from fights here. So really, really good from gank, should I say. So good wave manipulation. Very good. He just completely stopped the Trundle doing much, and now Ryze is here. Faker's here. I didn't even see Faker rotate. Gragas gets a solo kill on Jace, and now they're going to look to just 2v2. Showmaker uses TP. Oh, Faker TP top. Okay, so TP out LeBlanc as well now, and Faker will just go back to lane, like reset his wave, sort it out, and then do. Oh wait, Hashinshin, is that you? Never mind. They couldn't get on top of them. Probably shouldn't mention that name on stream. Instant ad revenue gone. Just kidding, I don't get ad revenue, but you know what I mean. The algorithm will smite me. But, I mean, Jace tried to stop Gragas back, but he just missed, so... So, like, again, though, I would expect to see more pressure out of this bot lane. Hey, thanks, Jay. Appreciate that, man. That's the hope of why I'm kind of doing it. I want to make Pro League accessible to everybody. Like, so that they can understand what's actually going on. Because I feel like the cast is just so bad that somebody needs to take over, you know? But, I mean, this was really, really good from Faker. I mean, it didn't really... It was good if they could continue going, I guess. I mean, overall, it was kind of a waste, but it also forced LeBlanc to use her TP to respond, which if you're responding with your TP as LeBlanc, then that's really, really bad, because you need an early game lead as LeBlanc, because she's an assassin, and she also needs to obviously get to pen spikes. Now, Warner might potentially be doomed here, especially considering he's running into... He does have flash. I mean, I think he's completely fine. He doesn't even need to flash now. Ryze actually coming in the back and might actually be able to do something. Again, so every time you hit any ability on Ryze, you get another Q. So you can go like EQ, WQ, and you just keep resetting. So the fact that nothing happened here... Like, like Faker only managed to reset there because if you reset with the last second of the recall timer, you'll go through unless you get hard CC'd. So even if you get damaged, one thing you can also do in those situations is if you're playing, say, an enchanter or somebody with a shield, even if you're playing someone like Lux, what you can do is if you see somebody recalling, the recall doesn't get stopped unless your actual HP bar gets impacted. So if you play somebody with shields, what you can do is if you see somebody recalling, you can run up to them and shield them, and if they don't break their shield or CC them, they'll still recall. So this is why you see some nuts like things with like Janna players and that, where like they can get like that last minute shield off and actually stop the recall being cancelled. Now obviously it's very hard, but we do get to see the pro view of Faker here. We can see his inputs are insane. This is beautiful to watch. Like, oh, why did they stop? What? What was that? I'm so gutted. Like, I just love seeing Faker's POV. It's just so clean to watch. It's unreal. So here in this bot lane, like, honestly, at this point, see, the Varus has his Dirk now, so he's actually very, very aggressive. Now, Ashe has gone for tier 2 boots, which are great if you're in a position to run them down, but DK never play towards the bot side of their map, so... You know, it's they're not really going to be in a position where Ashe can use them boots to be aggressive, chasing them down. So I maybe would have liked to see a little bit more damage come out of her, just so that she can maybe trade back with this Varus a bit more. Because at this point now, Varus is going to completely disregard his lethality. Since he's got the Dirk spike, he's going to go for a Mana Moon now, and that's going to give him a massive spike again, and it's going to allow him to stack his tier way quicker. We do see Viego though. He does have magic footwear, I think. So this is another interesting thing, right? Because at this point of the game now, it's now 8 minutes, which means the dragon has already been spawned since 5. So there's already been 3 minutes to take that dragon, and nobody's decided to take it. Now this is a good dragon, to be honest, because it's Cloud, which means you're not going to get Cloud Soul. But on top of that, it means that now T1 get the more favorable objective, since they have a comp that is going to rely on scaling with things like the Rise. So if they use this to pop the tower, it's going to be roughly 1200 gold for taking a full tower, and you know, it's really, really hard to do much from there. So DK usually play very, very heavily towards a kind of top side of their of the map, but they've actually been completely dominated on that front for this game. Now the only thing is, we are going to see the magic pen spikes come out soon. Oh, unfortunate Gragas ult there. I don't think they can kill Khan now. Oh, this is so sad to see, man. That could have been so good. Showmaker really nice. Uses the distortion to jump back and kind of land a double chain. So Faker does manage to pick up the Jace, but still very sad. So I mean, Faker's huge now, but 1,000 kills. That's insane. See, here it was just that the Gragas didn't use his ultimate properly. If he would have used his ult around his CC, it would have been good. But now this is the problem with LeBlanc as well, right? Like, how is she going to push this in? Very, very rough, because now she has to use her mana to push this in, and now she's going to get a reset timer, but the Rise will just come and instantly clear this wave away now, and then he'll actually manage to get a slow push from when the wave actually bounces off this tower, unless he resets it. Okay. Oh, okay, it's a little rough. He should have waited. Well, the only reason I think he's doing this is I think he's going to hard push this wave in and then look to kind of impact this top side of the map. Especially considering Gragas is on an alternator spike now, so that's huge for him. We do see Magic Pen Ludens come out of Showmaker now though, so he's very, very strong. Again, 6 Magic Pen just for building that item, and then 5 for every item after. Carrier with an amazing ultimate. This is why this guy is nearly unbeaten on this champion. Really nice dive. Faker does manage to get out. Showmaker not going to be able to do enough, especially into a Gragas. If Showmaker uses his W to come forward, Gragas is just going to E and he's going to die. But that was a really good combination. He used the Gragas ult into the E, which guaranteed that he got that CC chain so she couldn't use her W or her flash. She doesn't have it, never mind. So, okay, flash from the Seraphine. We get a Q for the slow from the Gragas. Doesn't really do that much though. But they're just trying to keep him away from this turret now so that they can take it fully. If they get this entirely, this is like 1200 gold over to the side of SKT. And when they're on a comp that kind of scales very heavily, this is very, very one-sided right now. Yeah, Rise is very difficult. He's a very short range. They didn't get the tower. What the fuck? I mean, Gragas gets to come get it, but oh, it's so sad. They don't get that first tower gold. Now, there's nowhere else on the map that's going to threaten first tower, so it doesn't really matter, but it just kind of wastes so much tempo when it literally one auto from anybody would have got that. So we're actually going to see this back now. Oh, we get the Ashe Arrow POV. POV of the arrow. How amazing. Whoa, look at this. Whoa, look at that. Pain. Unfortunate for the Gragas. Okay, so now we get the normal replay, thank God. This ult from the Braum was amazing. The Q to slow the Jace so that he guaranteed the ult on both was very, very clean. Managed to instantly kill the Trundle. TP does come in from Showmaker, but again, Gragas has so much haste. Such a low cooldown on his E in general that he can literally just do this over and over and over, and there's no way for this LeBlanc to really get in. And then they just push that tower down. Unfortunately, I wanted to see who left it first and didn't hit it because, oh, it was sad. Oh, it was sad. God damn. See, the only gutting thing is when Worlds is actually on, I'm not going to be able to have the game on stream. I'm going to have to only Faker with 2,400 kills. What the hell? This man's a beast. Like, I fucking love Faker, man. Like, the guy's so good. Show timer. Oh yeah, I'm just gonna have to show timer and use YouTube. YouTube's better for this. Oh, again, another amazing Gragas combo though. Like, this is the thing as well with Gragas. If you have other CC on your team, you don't have to use your E early. You can use your ult and then E them from your ult. It's so good. What you can also do is you can obviously put your Q down and then you can E them and then you can ult them into your Q when it's maxed damage. I mean, that is a little bit more of an advanced mechanic on Gragas, though, but Gragas overall is a very difficult champion. Like, he's very hard to actually play properly, to be honest. But, I mean, so far, this is looking very, very good for T1. I mean, they have a better scaling team, in my opinion. Oh god, Faker doesn't realize what he's a bit off, but can't use his abilities now, actually. So, Faker has to use his flash because of the way he positioned. A little bit off. So where's my pen? Aha. Yeah, so not just that, it's like here, it's like he knows he's gonna commit to this, right? So instead of running up to run away, he should know, like, he just needs to stay out melee range. So what he should do is use his phase rush to run down here, and then he can just space him like this. So say Jace will be here, Rise will be here, Jace will be here, Rise, you know? Like, he can literally just break his thing. He does have to flash, but not too bad overall. Rise flash is pretty thingy. So the thing is, Night Harvester isn't too bad on Gragas here, purely because he's going to be looking for big ultimates, especially around everybody that the Varus CCs. I mean, the Varus is one with the wrong build, actually. He's got Dustblade. But, oh, so we see a big fight coming in here. We've got a TP from FAKER in the back. He's going to go nuts. Oh. His team just weren't quick enough, man. They just weren't quick enough. Where's the communication? I guess they got CC'd up. Okay, never mind. They got CC'd for too long. Yeah, so the thing is with Harvester, like Gragas loves haste. Like Gragas loves haste. It's basically the main stat that he wants. So the same way as like a Rammus needs armor, a Gragas needs haste. Because of the amount of combos you can do with his kit. So it's actually okay on Gragas. Especially considering Gragas isn't the only AP damage on this team. If they had something like a Yone or a Yasuo mid, then it would be the wrong choice, even though it gives haste, because they wouldn't build any magic resist unless you were fed. And if they're building magic resist because you're fed on Gragas, then your AD members will do more damage because they won't have armor. So yeah, it's okay. Night Harvester is okay on Gragas. If it's something like a Nidalee jungle and they've got AD mid, then that's complete grief. So here, this play, I mean, I just think FAKER kind of spaced a bit odd, and that resulted in, you know, him needing to use flash. Cam was never going to annoy. Like here, this was just so sad. This was very sad. The TP, I think the TP was maybe just too early, especially considering Gragas and Varus weren't even there. Like, there was no communication there about him TPing. Which is a very, very big abusable point. Because if he's not doing this at this point, this was only maybe a month or so ago, then we're looking very, very good, to be honest. I've nearly finished LCK now, actually. I need to do Hanwha Live. I'm just going to do one of their games, though. I just want to see how they play, what their play style is, where they prioritize. And then we'll finish China. And then we'll move on to EU. EU is going to be big, though. I mean, I think Fnatic played like 10 games in playoffs. 10, like, I can't remember. They played a lot of games in playoff. 3, 6, 9. Maybe about 12 games before they even got into the upper bracket, I think. It was a lot. It was a lot. Was it more than 12? Maybe you're right. I'm not entirely sure. I just know it was a lot. Like, a lot. 13? That doesn't make sense now. Wait, actually, maybe it does. Were they best of 5? Yeah, they were best of 5s, actually, weren't they? Or were they best of 3s? I don't know. I know they changed it. Okay, so 13 works. I mean, I thought it was around 12, but 13 would make sense as well. Maybe it's more. Maybe it's more. Imagine if they just played like 30 games. Go and review all 30. Right, so we can see Canna with a massive amount of gold. Unfortunately, Showmaker does also have a massive amount, but Showmaker is going to be the only one doing anything in this game. This game is literally on Showmaker. Oh, this was an amazing Seraphine ult, but the Braum E just completely negates it. The Zhonya's does stop them getting the tower, and now they're super low, so now they're probably just going to all die to Showmaker. And it's very, very unfortunate that they didn't really manage to get that tower killed off. The Gragas Q, though, is doing so much damage. Like, holy. Very unfortunate. Again, tower dives. Like, why? Played over 20 games. Yeah, I thought it was nuts. I thought it was something crazy. I didn't want to say something too crazy unless I looked like a psychopath, but yeah, they played so many games. Like, it's crazy. Okay, so Showmaker manages to do a massive amount of damage to Canna, but he's just going to look to collect that wave, push it out, and reset anyway. We don't have any objectives up right now, so we're just going to see what happens from here. I would have liked to see Canna... he's looking to reset, actually. I would have liked to see him hold that wave there, get a big slow push going, and then reset while the slow push was going in, just so that they can use that pressure to do something elsewhere. Damn, 22 games in total. That's crazy. Ooh, let's just break this down. What actually happened? This was very good from Carrier though. So they're all in this really kind of tough area, and they do get the Trundle Pillar that stops them walking through. The Seraphine does ult, but it doesn't matter because Braum E cancels the first ability that hits it. But they don't manage to kill a tower off quick enough, and now they're all super low. We do get a Rise ult from FAKER in the backline, so that they are potentially able to turn it if FAKER manages to get a massive amount off, but they're just not going to go for it. They put a ward down in the brush and see FAKER, and then they just leave. I mean, one of the big problems here is that Varus with the Dustblade, like, so bad. You want Prowler's Claw. This was before they nerfed Prowler's Claw, to make it harder to use. Hey, how's it going, Bullet Man? Yeah, it was before they nerfed Prowler's Claw to make it harder, but overall, okay, a nice Varus ult in there. Does manage to catch off Canyon, but they just don't have enough to do anything. Canna does get kind of poked out by the LeBlanc, and he gets his electrocute off, so it's a big amount of damage. 520 just from that short trade, which doesn't seem like much, but it is quite significant. The Infernal is up now, and it is an Infernal Soul map, so they really do want to get it. If Showmaker manages to get Infernal Soul, this game is over. This game is completely over. Why? What's up, Bullet? Why is your ego crushed? You got ID'd for a kind of monster? I mean, I'd hope so. You're 14, no? Wait, hold up. Bruh. You're like 14. Like, how the fuck do you get away with buying vodka? What the fuck is that? Like, jeez. I mean, overall in this game though, I mean, FAKER is huge, but if he dies, it's game over. So, 15. Oh, my bad. I'm sorry. Like, how? Like, where the hell do you live? Like, they clearly don't give a shit. Wait, I thought you lived in like... Is it you that lives in like Surrey? It might be Felpu. Oh damn. Yeah, I've rarely ever got ID'd ever. I had a beard as soon as I could grow one. Hertfordshire? No idea. Where the fuck is Hertfordshire? Oh, it's by Watford. Oh, it's by Milton. Oh, you're basically in London. Okay. So, I mean, so we actually see the first haste spike come out of the Gragas as well. He does have tier though. I wonder if he's going to go in Archangels. He's nearly got it fully stacked. I mean, I guess it'd be a shame not to build it in. Wait, you have to shave for school? What the fuck? They didn't care in my school. Although they did, but it was just so dumb. I mean, my school was fucked though. They used to force girls to take their makeup off. Yeah, I had a massive beard and they didn't care. Like, I don't know. I think it's so dumb when school... Ah, yeah, private school, I guess. That's a lot more common. I went to a public school, so... So, we do actually see the Serpent's Fang out of Varus now, which on this patch, actually, Serpent's Fang was very, very powerful because it gave the most amount of lethality of any legendary item for the price. And 2,300 gold for 18 lethality is ridiculous. It's crazy. And that's why I got nerfed down to, I think, 12 lethality now. I haven't played that much recently, but I'm pretty sure it's a 12 lethality now. So now it's only really amazing if you need to break shields, but it's still good all around. How big? I mean, it's never massive. I mean, I was a kid. Like, this is probably the biggest I've ever had a beard, but it was okay for my age, to be honest. FAKER is completely griefing. He just spent so much time to clear this off. Oh no. And he's not going to be able to get this because of the Trundle Pillar. He did try and flash the Trundle Pillar, but Flashing that kind of ability is just almost impossible. It's so bad though. Like, why was he even pushed up there? Now they can get complete control of vision around this Baron, and that's a huge loss of the side of T1, especially considering Rise is like their main wave clear champion. So we do see a triple tier coming out though. Tier items are very balanced, by the way. Very balanced. It's not like you can almost always stack them in every game, in every single situation, and they're just completely broken and give so much stats for so cheap, but you know. But yeah, we can see there, he tried to flash the Trundle Pillar to get away from it, so it didn't interrupt him, so he get his ult off, but it just didn't work. I think that's just a bad flash. Like, I think it was just bad. He just shouldn't have used it. The video is... Oh, I thought you meant the video was stuttering from my end then. I nearly had a heart attack. Like... So, an unfortunate thing here is because LeBlanc is playing into a Rise, she has to get those Merc Treads so that she doesn't get completely CC locked by the Rise and the Viego. Now, unfortunately, that does restrict the amount of Magic Pen that Showmaking can get. An 18 Magic Pen out of Soul Shoes is going to be felt massively from this loss. Now, I mean, the Ashe already has her Shield Bolt and Wit's End now, the unbeatable combo, so she's actually going to be able to kind of push Faker and Gragas away quite a lot. But we do see this fight starting. Obviously there is an Infernal Dragon coming up, but that penetration from the Varus is huge. Braum does tank that hook, but it's a really good Varus ult to zone them out. Seraphine does get her ult off, but it really doesn't mean anything. That T1 end up getting the Dragon from it. These Qs from the Varus are just huge though. He's doing so much in this game. Braum does manage to ult Showmaker. Unfortunately, I kind of jinxed him and that Q went wide, but overall they managed to get the Dragon. And again, if DK get control... Oh, that was a really nice Realm Warp from Faker though to get them behind the tower so that they could defend that tier 1. Oh, Jace damage coming out, the poke as well out of him. Jace is on Eclipse and Mana Moon right now, so Faker TPing to tier 1. Yeah, Carrier is nuts. Carrier is insane. If you give him Braum, you're completely griefing. And the thing is, in this draft as well, DK had the option to take Braum R4 with Ashe, which is a great combo, and they decided to give it over to Carrier when Leona was banned. I don't know. I don't know. It was very questionable. Like, Leona was banned, I think, and Trundle was already selected for DK. So that's 2 of the tier 1 supports off the table. So we can see T1 just kind of looking to push this back out now. Yeah, I think T1's draft is very good. I said this at the start. I think their draft is much better here. But the problem is, there's a huge... I mean, LeBlanc can always play if you're good enough at LeBlanc, but the thing with LeBlanc is that she gets this massive spike in the mid here, but as we can see, it's just so much poke coming out of the Varus Qs, it's actually unreal. He does miss that one because he's trying to go for Ghost instead of Showmaker, but it's insane. Trundle doesn't get bursted. Trundle will just ult the Braum or the... Right. Because remember, Trundle steals stats from whoever he ults as well. So he's incredibly strong in kind of like skirmish situations. Now the problem with him is obviously he can get kited quite hard, but his W gives him a massive amount of movement speed as well, which is a very good thing. So okay, so Gragas is just going to clear off this bottom lane. Actually, maybe he just pulls it in. No, he's not going to. He's just going to clear it off instantly. He doesn't want to kind of freeze this wave right now because Baron is up and he doesn't have TP. So he does need to just get Prio in bot. Rise is resetting, so he probably needs to wait until Rise comes back on the map before he pushes this wave out. He's just going to like reset actually. Just so that they don't get a slow push back into him, which is fine. I mean, that's completely fine too. So right now we see that Rise is actually on his 3rd item, which means he's got 2 mythic spikes and he's got Seras fully completed. We see the gold here. I mean, the gold is massive for Viego actually. He's so far ahead. Like, he's been doing so much in these fights, but Gamer Sensei has just picked up his Muramana as well, which is incredibly powerful, and now they're going to be doing a lot of damage. How did DK ever bring this game back? I mean, their comp is slowly falling off, slowly but surely, and you know, we do see a lot of the pens, so we do get the Void Staff coming in now. So Void Staff with Ludens also gives 5% Magic Pen as well. So we've got the 10 Magic Pen out of both of them items, and then we have the 6 on Ludens. Unfortunately, that only brings to 16. It would have been way better if he had Soul Shoes, but he just couldn't afford to go in this game. It's T1 again trying to just flip Baron. Now the reason why this is terrible is because they're getting reduced resistances from actually tanking a Baron right now. So this is really, really bad. Showmaker's going to... Oh, yes, burst so hard, though. As soon as he went to go in, he got instantly one-shot. So we do see them just back away from it now, but this is actually gives DK an opportunity to potentially get aggression. What they're going to do now is they're going to go push mid out for Prio, get this tier 1, and then go straight into the Dragons. So again, this game is going to be completely determined by who gets his soul. Because if DK get the soul, they're going to be in a position where they can actually beat T1 in a team fight, even with a Rise. Obviously, if T1 get the soul, then Rise is just going to completely murder everybody. So we're just going to be looking out for these Dragons from now on and how the teams are actually going to set up around taking them. We can see a lot of the vision right now is centered more towards our top side of the map because it's just been a Baron threatened, but now that this Baron threat is coming through, this is a TP from FAKER just to get here so they can guarantee to get Prio so that they can then go and go to the Dragon. I mean, FAKER is about 50 CS up on the LeBlanc, but that really doesn't matter when you're an assassin. Your goal is to basically just one-shot Squishy, and right now Varus is extremely squishy if she can ever get close. Now this is the reason why Varus is forced to go for lethality rather than on hit, because if he goes to lethality, he can still do damage without being in danger of getting one-shot by the LeBlanc, as long as they know where she is, that is. So T1 are actually starting the Dragon right now. This is going to be the 3rd Dragon, and they're going to instantly take it out. Like, there's no way. How, like, T1 must win this game. Surely. They're so far ahead, like, in terms of overall tempo. And this next Dragon is coming up. Now, again, we're not going to see an Elder till about 45 minutes now, which is kind of a really, really long time. I doubt the game's going to ever go that long, especially because Baron is available. They're just going to Realm War behind. What is this? Like, this is so bad. Kana just instantly gets left out for the Wolves. Like, FAKER is griefing. I think I saw a clip of this, actually, and it annoyed me just as much. Like, why would you Realm Warp just for a tier 2 tower there and leave your Gragas out to dry? Like, oh, this was looking so good for T1. They were so ahead. FAKER's just thrown it entirely. Oh, man. FAKER, what was that? Literally. I'm going to title out the YouTube video. Like, everybody's going to be like, whoa, we did a really big play, and then it's just going to be like him inting, and everybody's going to be like, ah. I mean, I think they've just lost the game, to be honest. Because that FAKER Realm Warp is now going to allow them to get Baron buff, which is now going to allow them to just end the game. You don't want to give DK Baron buff. Oh, wait, they're not going for it. I guess because one is there and he's fed. Annabelle, don't worry, just enjoy the game, man. Like, stop caring about if you win. Like, you're never gonna have fun if you do that. Like, don't take a break from League, just take a break from Ranked. Just play normals or Flex, so just have fun. But there, this Rizal is... oh, it's complete grief. Like, what were they looking to achieve with this? Man, this is sad. I feel sorry for Carrier. Like, he has played unbelievable. Gamer Sensei as well has played so well this game. He's filled his role. Now, the thing is, I think Gamer Sensei does have a lot of carry potential. And I feel like Poke Virus is, you know, not the champion that you put somebody that has massive carry potential on. But, you know, he can still do a lot. Ah, man. This is sad. And now we can see Ash picked up that Ginzu's as well. She's got a BF Sword too. So now she's going to be turning that into her IE, which is going to increase the amount of damage that she does from her passive, which is already huge. So Gamer Sensei has to use his cleanser to get away from the Ashel, and DK are now they're now back in the swing of things. To be honest, Faker caught again, man. Oh, Faker, come on, man. Like, 2 catches on Faker back to back that just never should have happened. Very, very sad. Yeah, I mean, I'm just gutted. I'm just gutted for this game, like, to be honest. I don't know what Faker's doing, but they were in such a dominant position. They had the scaling comp. They were ahead, and now Faker's got 4 deaths. It's so sad to see, man. The thing is, they don't get chance to get to late game now either, because LeBlanc is sat on a 2 mythic spike passive. So she's got a ton of damage because Void Staff reduces before Magic Pen. So it doesn't really matter as much as she doesn't have those soak boots. But here again, like you're the main wave clear. Like, Rise is literally the main wave clear. He just needs to stay on the side. Showmaker TP's in, instantly W's away, and then goes back to get an E on Wanna. Nearly one-shot him, like, what the hell? Nearly completely one-shot him. But see, I think now LeBlanc is just kind of at that stage. Which, oh god, look at that goal graph. This is the biggest throw of any final, surely. Surely. Because the thing is, they've got Baron now. So all they do is keep these cannons buffed up, and now there's nothing they can do. It's over. Okay. Okay. Maybe they brought it back. Maybe. That's a really good pick by Gamer Sensei multiple times, to be honest. Ooh, Ghost with a nice sidestep there. Okay, okay. I mean, if they burst it, it's really good. If they burst it, it's really good. Come on. No. Oh, they got the soul, but they fucked it. Oh, man. It was really good. That was actually a really good round wall by Faker. The problem is, actually, we'll wait till the replay. We'll wait till the replay. That's probably game. Oh. Let's wait till the replay. All dead for 40 seconds. It's 40 minutes into the game. They've just thrown. Look at Faker. You can tell you can't see him because my face is there instead. But yeah, that's game. That's game. Let's go back. Let's go see that round warp again because it was the intentions were really good. It was later than this, right? Oh god, I went way too far back. What the hell? There we go, I'll do this. So right, so what happened here is T1 have a ridiculously fast dragon because they have a Rise who can shred it, and they have a Varus who, you know, it can just do a massive amount to it as well. So their dragon is extremely fast. Now the problem is they used this realm warp to get away, which is fine because Canyon is dead. So Canyon, there's no smite. So this was good that they used a realm warp, but what they should have done is just instantly started taking it. But they focus way too much on trying to kind of space away from Showmaker, which makes them draw it out this far, which then means they end up really, really delayed on taking this. They might have been waiting for the TP to come out as well, but so now what happens is because they're so delayed, You know, stopwatches allow them to just completely end the game. Like, they can't actually burst through them. They needed to get the dragon faster and then use Infernal buff to win the team fight 5v4. But they didn't. Last game. They've got Baron buff, like... That's so sad, man. 3-1 to DK. I mean, to be honest, though, this clearly showed that... Wait! Look at Khan! He jumps up while his carrier is just beating on him and he's not even got his hands on the keyboard. He just instantly got up and run. That's so cute. Like, but yeah, I mean, on the plus side, I mean, this is probably the best T1 have looked in a long time, and they still came second, you know, so this is one of the best T1 have looked in a very, very long time. And I mean, I think FAKER, although yes, that Rizal did lose them the game, overall I think he's playing very, very well right now. So I mean, I'm definitely interested to see T1 in World, so we'll see that. But you know, congratulations to Dam1. I mean, we are very late, but they won LCK. So yeah, I'll end the YouTube video there.